Hey everybody, Enchantress here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, screenplays, and broadcaster of astrology. I'm here to give you the Tuesday astrological update. I already did the update on Facebook and was outside, hence hair tore up already. Anyway, so let's get into the astrology. This is for YouTube, of course. Okay, so on Tuesday, the sun is at 28 degrees of Aquarius until about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is about friends, goals, and social groups. And under these energies, people can be more social, carefree, lazy, imaginative, and unrealistic. They may procrastinate on opportunities and lose their spot and miss a good opportunity. If you waste time, someone more determined will snatch that opportunity up, whether it has to do with career, creativity, romance, work, or even it could be something as small as food. You know, if you want to ask somebody out to eat or something like that. But make the effort, accept the opportunity, or make the move. Check my astrology on Tuesday morning, and you can see the written astrology to see how it affects each and every sign exactly. But do know the blessings are coming in for Gemini and Libra placements between 25 and 29 degrees. And the assistance and opportunities are coming in for Sagittarius and Aries placements between 25 and 29 degrees, wherever you have those angles in your chart. Okay. And it will have to do with career, creativity, romance, work, or even food. Now, moving along to another transit I want to talk about that goes on until about 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when Mars and Vesta are in Aquarius at 19 degrees. This sees you putting energy or passion into something you're devoted to as it pertains to your friends, your goals, and your social groups. Under these energies, one can be more hardworking, withdrawn, and selfless. One will overcome ordeals and gain wealth or a prominent position or independent position, but it'll be due to their skills, their characteristics, their dedication, and their competence, okay? One may also readily lend assistance to people, so they kind of receive that same assistance in return. It's like karma. Longevity can be had, as well as changes in your duties or changes in your profession, but it's rewarding and it provides some type of security, okay? Check my astrology on Facebook to see at author Enchantress to see exactly how it's affecting each sign. But do know the blessings are coming in for Libra and Gemini placements between 16 and 22 degrees. And the assistance and opportunities are coming in for Aries and Sagittarius placements between 16 and 22 degrees, wherever you have that in your chart. It doesn't have to be your sun, moon, or rising sign. It could be in your second house. And you could be getting some type of assistance or opportunity with wealth, worth, or resources like money. So it just all depends on where you have it. That's why it's important to know your chart. The next transit I want to talk about that's going to be going on until 9:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is Venus and the North Node retrograde in Pisces. This could deal with something from the past or something that you've already had established. This pertains to your highest aspirations in romance, finances, or pleasure pursuits, what you're trying to accomplish in those areas. It affects placements between 5 and 11 degrees of any sign. And under these energies, one can be more calm, brave, reliable, persuasive, and dutiful. One may travel a distance and handle issues with dedication. They may keep it a secret from others. You could be traveling. You also could, you could be traveling at a distance to handle the business too, or whatever it is you're handling. But afterwards, you will return home to a quiet, simple, happy life, kind of regaling over and be happy over whatever memories or whatever you accomplished. Scorpio and Cancer placements between 5 and 11 degrees will see the blessings. Taurus and Capricorn placements between 5 and 11 degrees will see the assistance or opportunity. But check my astrology in the morning at author Enchantress to see how it's affecting each and every sign. Now let's move along to a 1 hour and 55-minute transit. This starts at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when the moon in Aquarius at 28 degrees will be coupled with the sun. Okay, so we already talked about the sun's angles being carefree, lazy, imaginative, unrealistic, and things like that. unless you put in some type of effort or you took that opportunity, or this opportunity is coming in at this time. You could even get an email. So make sure you're checking your messages, checking your emails to see if something comes in. It might be something important. Okay. You don't want to lose your spot or a good opportunity. Okay. Or someone more determined could snatch this up. Okay. It could deal with career, creativity, romance, work, and even food. Like I said, check all of the signs. Check my astrology to see exactly how it's affecting each and every sign. Now, moving along to another 1 hour and 55-minute transit. Starts at 9:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The moon in Pisces at 0 degree will be semi-sextile to Neptune and Saturn in Aries. And remember, we talked a couple of days about Saturn and Neptune being in Aries at that 0 degree. Well, Pisces will be there too. And it will give you an opportunity to initiate something that puts a restriction or responsibility on you, but it's good for your image and you're obtaining some type of wish, dream, or fantasy, or you have the opportunity to do so. Where you have placements between 0 and 3 degrees of Aries, Taurus, Pisces, and Aquarius, you're affected by these energies anywhere in your chart. This is where you could bring abstract ideals into the physical reality. Under these energies, you could be more pleasant, sociable, loyal, aggressive, tough, passionate, well-equipped, intellectual, strong, or socially conscious, or somebody you're dealing with could be this way. Some are working to build the positive attributes to polish their image in the eyes of another person or others. One may change up those they court romantically or that they hang out with to achieve some type of harmony, like you're blending elements to make something more favorable. Okay, business and the arts are valuable circumstances can come into play as well. Whatever you're doing or attempting to do, you're protecting your rights and your assets so you don't see some sort of loss in the future. Okay, so just be careful not to let temptations, gambling, vices, or other passions to take precedence over what you really want or who you really want. Okay, now by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun will shift to 29 degrees of Aquarius for 24 hours. So from Tuesday at 11 a.m. to Wednesday around 11 a.m., it'll be at 29 degrees. And it pertains to friends, goals, and social groups. It affects placements in any sign between 26 and 29 degrees. Under these energies, one can be more honest, rigid, and fair. Regardless of their social position or their status or the money they make, they can reach a prominent position, or you can reach a prominent position or gain some type of recognition in your fields of competence. Great authority can be gained. Check the astrology at author E. Ray Taronic to see how it's affecting each and every sign on Facebook. But do know Libra and Gemini placements between 26 and 29 degrees will get the blessings. And Aries and Sagittarius placements between 26 and 29 degrees will see the assistance and or opportunities, okay, to rise to a prominent position or gain some type of recognition. By 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury in Pisces at 17 degrees will be sextiling Juno in Capricorn, and it'll be doing so into Wednesday. Okay, this pertains to a marriage, a partnership, or a commitment. Effective communication and mutual understanding is ushered in. You could communicate with someone who matches your mentality, who you feel is on the same page as you. In love, you can express loyalty or devotion to another person. If not love, it could be regarding some type of commitment and career or something that you master, okay? Maybe it's going on behind the scenes, or maybe it's a secret. Wherever you have placements between 14 and 20 degrees of Pisces, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Taurus, you're privy to this assistance and or opportunities, okay? Cancer and Virgo placements can see benefits as well. Under these energies, you could get help where you lack some sort of foresight. Avoid quarrels and violence and try to overcome arguments, or you could be overcoming an argument with someone, okay? These are daring energies, so avoid fighting futile battles, okay? Have patience and think before you act, okay? And I do want to say sometimes you can have patience, but sometimes you can be patient for too long, because you could be waiting for somebody and love somebody when you're young and be waiting for them to start acting like they have some sense, and they just never act like they have any sense. So, that's just how it is sometimes. But anyway, this is an opportunity to have patience and think before you act. If not, People who are calm, kind, and peaceful will get tired of you. You know, they'll grow weary of you. They'll get tired of waiting, or they'll get tired of your self-righteous attitude, you know, things like that, or your argumentative attitude. Learn to respect other people's opinions, okay? For others, this can be an opportunity to travel or work at a distance from you, okay? Now, moving along to another 1 hour and 55-minute transit. By around 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Pisces at 4 degrees will be semi-sextile to Pluto in Aquarius. This pertains to a transformation you have or can initiate. Opportunities or assistance is here, but you must initiate it. So you got to go for it. You got to open your mouth. You got to say something. You have to stop being cowardice in some way. Where you have placements between 1 and 7 degrees of Pisces, Aquarius, Aries, and Capricorn, you're affected by these energies. This can benefit your career, what you master, friends, goals, or even social groups, or even your image within those sectors. This can be going on behind the scenes and not everyone may know about it. It can require careful management of your emotions because you can be forced to face the control issues that you have or the compulsive feelings that you have. Like if you compulsively always think people are lying or trying to trick you or something like that. You got to try to get over that and get that under control if you want to move forward, okay? Under these energies, one can choose to be social or can keep being fickle. You can choose to be sincere or continue to be self-centered. These energies are sensual and frivolous, especially where one feels the need to play a role or impress other people, though. So be mindful of that. Success can be had for those who have the gift of gab. If you talk a good game or can negotiate a situation, it could work out better for you. It looks good in the avenues of education, mediation, and even television or film. Just be discerning of who you decide to get involved with, because it could be exciting for now and then turn out disappointing later down the line. And you don't want to wind up let down or bitter, especially if somebody has let you down before. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Some people will take initiative to things just because they want to have sex, just to meet their sexual needs. So they're willing to say or do anything. So just be mindful of that. Adulterous relationships can be had or they can be transformed into something more serious. If so, something else is lost or sacrificed in return, you know. On another note, artistic careers are favored as well. Okay. Thanks for sticking around for the daily astrological update, and I'll check back with you guys in a couple days. Don't forget to check my astrology at author E. Ray Taronic, the written astrology in the morning on Facebook, so you can see exactly how these transits are affecting each and every sign. Bye now.